Lyons. Thank you so much for having the Buffalo Maritime Center and the Erie Canal boat, Seneca. Chief, how do you feel about this boat? What do you think? All right, this boat was built by over 200 volunteers, 2 boat builders, and a bunch of love and passion from the community, and that's why we're here today, to commemorate the Erie Canal and to celebrate community.
We got a great day. It's a great boat, ship, and you're going to enjoy the scenic tour.
And I just think it's a community effort. The Erie Canal, I've been here for a very, very, very long time. And the Erie Canal is one of our greatest assets in our community. And this is a special, special day. The weather's perfect. And thank you all for coming out. It's just been fantastic.
And hats off to Wayne County for having 3 locations to host the Seneca Chief. And again, Lyons.
So, I would like to introduce the founder of Lyons Erie Canal Greeters. But I do want to say that I met Bob Stopper about 2 years ago, I think. And I remember I have this picture of him standing right here, sort of just going like, you know, and he was like, no, don't take a picture of me, take a picture of the canal, you know. And he's very humble about this. But I've heard of the legend of Bob Stopper for a long, long time. And people from all the way from Albany to Buffalo, you got to talk to Bob, you got to talk to Bob. And he was so excited to meet us and to work with us. And I'm just so thankful that you are you've invited us to your town, and that Bob's a part of it. So Bob, get the mic, go for it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Say this after me.
I got it.
Everybody, Lyons, New York.
Lyons, New York.
On the Erie Canal.
On the Erie Canal.
Milepost 220.
Milepost 220.
Lock 27.
Lock 27.
In the county.
In the county.
Wayne, New York.
Wayne, New York.
Thank you. You just said some of the words that are used almost every night at this lock by our wonderful group of Lyons Erie Canalway greeters. That's what we say to people from around the world, literally, when they dock here at our dock. And so I shout out to the group that I'm with. Well, this is not me. My name is BS, but I'm not going to give any of that here at the moment this evening, because that will be heard by you if you come by on a boat again. I would like to thank everybody involved, everybody possible with this great occasion, but there are 2 people that must be recognized in front of everybody. And the first is Brian. Brian and Chelsea was over on the other side. Stand up, Chelsea, so they know who you are and where you are. Thank you so much. And what is especially nice about working with these 2 people is, guess what? No matter what they're doing, they answer your emails and they call you back. And for that, thanks a million. Thanks a million. And so with that, I would like to welcome everybody, thank everybody for being here today. And here you are, Brian. Thanks a million.
Okay, so we just have, and what you have right here is an eastern white pine tree. This is your tree, Lyons. We are planting a tree at every stop along the way from Buffalo to New York City. And this tree, if you treat it correctly, which we will and you will live 200 years long.
See, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The Haudenosaunee have a philosophy, the way of thinking, the 7th generation principle, where you should not think of tomorrow or the past. You should think of 7 generations ahead. This tree is a symbolic gesture to that idea, right? This will grow 85 feet tall. It will outlive all of us. And that's the glory of it, because your sons and daughters, their sons and daughters will come back and commemorate and remember this very day. So what we're going to do is call a ceremony called the Gathering of the Waters. So back in the day, and you're an Erie Canal town, so I don't really need to tell you this, but humor me for a second. There's this guy, Governor DeWitt Clinton, right? And he goes, and he says, I got this idea for the canal, and the canal's here. And they wants to take this boat. He says, well, let's get this boat, the Seneca Chief, and let's go all the way down to Buffalo to New York City. But I'm going to take a barrel of water from Lake Erie, and I'm going to put it on the boat, and we're going to go all the way down to New York City, and we're going to dump that barrel of water in the ocean, which they did, and thereby opening the Erie Canal. You all recall that story, right? So that was 200 years ago, and that was wonderful. And they did that for commerce. They did that to open up the pathway to the West, right? They did it to open immigration so people can spread throughout the country, right? But we here, 200 years later, it's a different time. It's our time, so we have to do something a little bit different. So what we are doing is gathering of the waters. We are planting trees along the way, but we are going to take water from every single stop along the way and add it to this barrel right here. Very unassuming barrel, right? I mean, we didn't get to paint it and all that. We were busy, all right? But we're going to brand this, and it's going to be really nice, and it's going to go into history books. But we are going to get your water, Lyons, and that water is going to commingle with all water across New York State, and it's going to be used that when we get to New York City, we're going to water that last tree with water from here, water from Lyons. And that is something to celebrate, okay? Because we're here to celebrate you. We're here to celebrate the hundreds of volunteers who worked and built this boat. And when you come on this boat, and when you see Roger, and when you see Greg, and all of our volunteers, and Chelsea, and Eddie, and Doug, and Mike, all these people, just think about how much they put into making this very boat from scratch, right? And it's an example, it's a prime example of what community can do when they come together, especially in this day and age. We need that to happen. So this is a gesture and a symbolic icon of that very thing. How's about that? So now what we're going to do, pour the water into that barrel.
Interesting, us.
Everybody get a picture? Finish in the line.
Zed? Where's that? Get over here.
No, you go. No, go.
Dad, I'm not doing it until
No, I gotta have a signal. I gotta give them the signal. Go.
Oh, okay. Deb is here.
I'm here in spirit.
Okay, let it out.
Jeff, look at this, first throw. Whoa!
Hello, son. How are you?
I'm sleeping